point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A Eastside millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
With Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Your homies on the internet right now, getting a lot of attention. In particular, Bricc Baby, Cowboy, 600. I just want to generally give you opportunity to get your thoughts on what's happening with the whole world, because I know, me being affiliated with the Eastside Crips, it's some things that happened on the internet that I wasn't proud of, that I didn't think should bleed over. And I was forced, just based on being affiliated and then just being on the internet, I had to respond and react to certain things on the internet. And I hated it, but I did it just based on that's where it took place. So the fact that these certain things are bleeding over to the internet, I'm curious to just get your thoughts on, you know, each of those individuals and the part they play in this arena on the internet.
Okay, so my take on that, as far as I guess you want to call him Cowboy. I know him by another name. I ain't, you know, but that's
TCKM,
little Kev Mac, Thundercat or whatever. You know,
shout out to Kev Mac videos.
Kev Mac, my bro, Big Kev, that's my boy.
I don't know Cuz, but Cuz know a lot of people I know.
He's a good dude, man.
Much love. Nice
solid too, man.
Yeah.
You grew up with him, but he out the section, out Dovilles too.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as that go with him and I met 600 when I came home. I actually met him in the gym.
Okay.
I was doing some back arms. And he walked over me, and I'm looking. He's like, "I'm 600." And I looked. I'm like, "What?" And I jumped up, and I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'm 600." I'm like, "Okay." But that's how I met him. We was cool though. And I just seen him about a month ago up at Hungry Hills or whatever. You know, they all hang out at Hungry Hills. So I went over there. I seen him. You know, kicked it with him, whatever. But this is before I seen all these videos. Mm-hmm. So now that I see the videos, I haven't seen him. But I don't feel he feel the way he feel. You can't take away how he feel
in relation to the Cowboy.
In relation to that, you can't take away how.
I gotta say, I agree with him on the politics he's speaking on directly on the issue. So go ahead.
But it's how you do it.
I
don't
agree.
Go on, because I feel like you're not just when you do that. It's like you don't want to make the whole collective look bad on this. Is because it's like when you say certain stuff, it made it seem like we condone what he do, and we don't condone none that's faulty. We don't do that. And I don't speak on Kev Mac, on Cowboy. I don't speak on him. I don't say nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? Because how I feel is how I feel. But however I feel, I'm gonna bring it to him, and I'm gonna let him know. But I haven't even spoken to him since all the Nip stuff, and I haven't spoken to him. I've seen him in passing one time, and we just passed each other. I said, "What's up?" And I kept it pushing. But I've been to his shop because I did want to talk to him about some stuff he was saying, and I wanted to address it to him face to face. But he wasn't in his shop
downtown.
Yeah, he wasn't in his shop. I had called him. One of his workers called him. I told him I'm down. I want to holler at you. He was like he was busy. He'll be there in an hour. I was like, well, no, I'll catch you when I catch you, bro. I'm not tripping. I'll see you. So he so happened to be, I guess, around the corner a couple weeks ago. I'm going to work, man. You know, I'm a working man.
Right,
I go to work.
You should be.
I come home. I don't.
How long was your vacation?
Shit, nigga, I did 30 years, almost 30 years. So, you know, I have a responsibility, man. I gotta pay bills. I can't pay bills sitting on the corner hanging with the homies.
Shit, my mom. I don't even know how to put my mind frame in the mind frame to even feel for you with that chunk of time to Nightbud. But go ahead.
So my thing is, I'm not finna be going looking for him and speaking my mind. If he happen to come around and I see him, I'm gonna pull him over and tell him how I feel, because I was there when he got put on. I was right there when Cowboy got put on.
Right.
He came on the block. He came to me, and a couple homies say he wanted to be from the hood.
What year?
This is in 89, 90. And we took him over there. The nigga fought 7 dudes, bro. No exaggeration. He fought 7 cats.
That's hard.
7 good people.
That's hard on hood.
And he survived. He survived. He could fight pretty good. So everything he's saying on that media about fighting,
But he's convinced the world of that. I think everybody used to leave him on that.
He'll fight
on the set.
He'll fight like a mug. So
explain to the world though, when you violate the code,
but when you do something,
how that don't benefit you no more.
It don't. That tears your whole character down. I don't know the logistics of what he said. I never seen nothing, but I've heard about it. And he's not saying that he didn't. But what he is saying is that he didn't put nobody in prison. I didn't do this.
But however, he did aid in the extension of the sentence with his part. Kind of like convinced the jury of first degree versus manslaughter is what he's getting accredited for, and we know that. To me, I feel like that preserved the life of the person that took this life. So, and the way we get down, manslaughter would have served us better. Throwing back out here. You feel me? But you know, that's how I look at that. I'm not going to be involved on the internet smutting but the subject is very open on the internet.
It's open.
And cuz done personally addressed me in the subject matter when I only spoke to what we always taught, what we all know. It had nothing to do with him personally. I could take his name out and insert any other name and the rules should still apply. And I've never seen nobody give a statement at interrogation, make it to the grand jury and testify, then make it to the trial and testify on the behalf of the prosecution, and on top of that show up at the sentencing to deliver a victim impact statement. Cuz stop it. And I'm not gonna even
I seen that part too. But
and I ain't gonna even introduce into this conversation the SA allegations, the Megan's Law. I'll leave that alone. I ain't want to put no pressure on you, big homie, to dwell on that. But
I mean, I can't really dwell on it because I don't know nothing about it. I was, all this took place when I was incarcerated, I guess. I mean, I don't know the logistics of that. So
tell me this: you just did 30 years. And okay, bam, it's nobody business when it comes to politics. What the 60's do with a 60 that don't stick to the code on the yard. But tell everybody if that the way we know it. If cuz was on the yard and everybody that know, we leave it to the 60's. How long do the 60's got to handle their business before somebody else gonna step in? With him being that bad?
That'd be immediately. He won't be able to unpack his stuff. As soon as they find out he on the yard, they gonna get rid of him. I mean, that depends on where you at.
What yard you at? Who actually
what
be
prison
on there?
You at? Who's up the yard you on? I mean, who's on the yard? But 99.9% of the time, if you did some shit like that, you're not even coming to the yard, bro.
Period.
Because if you do, you already know what's gonna happen.
Period.
So my thing, how it's done on the streets, is just. I remember back in the day, like I'm not a 90 banger. I came around the 80s, so.
Of course. And I'm a 90 banger, yo. So my G homie on the.
I feel like back in the day, politics was way different than it is now or back then. So if you was foul, you was foul.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And if you was a buster, you was a buster, and you're not finna be hanging around it. You finna get the hell up off the block. It's just certain places you just can't hang around with real dudes, and they just see you that way. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the 600 Cowboy situation, I just feel like 600 can do it differently. I feel like he can do that differently. You know what I'm saying? And if I was to talk to him face to face, I would tell him that, like, bro, this could be done differently, bro. You don't have to put him on blast on the media, because now it's looking like people's looking for views when they do it. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, whatever you got going on with him, it got to be. It has. As far as Bricc Baby and all that, I spoke with Bricc Baby.
Okay. Shout out to my local, like Bud.
I talked to him, man. Basically, I just told him, man, you got to stay off the internet, man, with all that, man. This ain't cool. That's not a good look for you, bro. Whatever you on the internet doing, I feel like if you're gonna be on the internet, you trying to uplift people, uplift people, man. You ain't going on there trying to look hard, trying to be this ultimate gangbanger and say this, say that, I'll knock you out, I'll do this. No, you on here trying to make a difference, man. That's what that internet is for, to try to make a difference in changing lives, man, and people seeing the change in you.
And that's what I always try to project. And all my G homies, all my reputable homies, from the Marsteins from the 9 to Kiko from the 8, Big Demon, my big bro SPI from Slim Bad from 5'9" to the homies from 190. Everybody that tap in with me, the Deuces, they all tap me on my back for the way I present myself, represent without putting no extras on it. I don't involve in the set and none of my shit. And I think that's the way you supposed to present yourself upon the internet.
Exactly. And one person that I take, I'm gonna use as an example, is Big U.
Salute.
My big homie, my big bro.
Hey,
that's the big bro. That dude watch me come around, watch me grow up, for real, for real.
That's right.
And if you didn't know him, niggas knew him by Big U, but if niggas knew him in the hood, they call him Draws.
Look, I'm gonna show you something right now. I can't believe you just said that. Look, and I've been having this number in my phone for like maybe almost 20 years. But I just want to show you what his number is in my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So when he's on the internet,
you see the name on top of his?
Yeah,
that's the one. That ain't no baby little. That's my low.
Yeah.
Chris,
So
Big Drac 6 dude, love you, low. We used to have it all together. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was on the 1 yard.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on the 5 yard
together. Avenal?
Yeah, I was there.
That's where I met Black Dog.
Yeah, Black.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So
and Snake.
Yeah, and
7-6 Snake.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But like Big U, when he's on the internet, he's always talking about helping these kids.
As he should.
In the show by
I had 3 sons on the football team.
Exactly.
No charge, which was into the thousands. Free cleats, not the kind that you get off the shelf. Yeah. He was getting cleats from like Deshaun Jackson, niggas like that.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson.
I had 3 sons placed into the program, fully accepted, fully equipped. They had to pay $1. Neighborhood to neighborhood, love you for that, low.
Yeah, so he's a dude that's making the difference with these kids. You know what I'm saying? Even when the little shit going on with him and the Whack 100.
Oh no, 100, yeah.
Yeah, him and
fuck her.
I mean, I don't know him.
You ain't got to.
Yeah.
When you learn what I learned, you will.
Yeah.
Feel like I feel on my mama. Go ahead.
But when he was going at it with him with that, his main focus was still servicing these kids. He don't care about what dude got to say.
Fuck with Big U, cuz when it was like super on with me and Whack, like it's been fuck her for a long time. Only because he lied on me on the internet, on my character, told a whole big lie on me. But I remember through all that, me and Big U, politicking just being who it is. Like I told you, I had 3 sons on his team. I remember my son was like 11 years old, and he get in my DM on Instagram, which he never does, and say, Whack 100 was at my game today. And I'm thinking he telling me this because he know I don't fuck with Whack. So I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah. I'm like, what'd he say? He say, I told him spotted my daddy. I said, what'd he say? He say, we texted the deal. He said, big spotted or little spotted? He said, I told him little spotted. He said, oh, but my son interest in him was Blueface. Yeah. He only excited because it's Whack 100 Blueface. So I remember at the time I had to like neighborhood, but that's crazy. Fuck. Well, go ahead, say what you said.
Yeah, but I was just saying that
he told my son, he like, oh yeah, I know your daddy, that's my homeboy. He lied to my son. Go ahead.
But the thing I was trying to say is, even when people have something negative to say about him, he do something more positive because he know what his focus is. I was just with him last week at Crenshaw, and he was doing something for these kids and doing something about expunging your cases and stuff. This is the stuff that...
No, he ain't.
Shit, yeah, he is. He was up at Crenshaw.
That's that conversation I've been dying to hear.
Yeah. And we was up there, and you know, my thing is, when you do stuff like that, that's what needs to be on the internet, bro. Okay. That's what needs to be out there that people try to see. When you talking about reform, that's reform, bro. Mm-hmm. That's reform. That's prison reform, juvenile reform,
life reform.
That's what it is.
Reforming another generation before they need to reform.
Exactly, man. So nobody care about you hanging on Slauson and Crenshaw, or hanging out on the east side, hanging out talking about I'm out here, this and that. And come on, nobody care about that.
Nah.
what I do care about and what I'm interested in is a motherfucker trying to change his life and trying to change the world. As my homie, shout out to James Hagley, J Stone, Change the World. I work for him, Urban Outcast.
Snake Wood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.